Hello, first grade. It is Wednesday, time for our Bible lesson today. And we talked about when David was chosen to be a king, but we know he was a shepherd boy, so God was training him to take good care of his people while he was still taking good care of his sheep. All right? So today we're going to talk about when we know a giant named Goliath came along. And so this is lesson 30, and I have a book to go with our lesson today with some pictures for you. The army was afraid. They ran from Goliath. He was one of the Philistines who was coming to attack the Israelites. "We do not want to fight you," they cried. See, everybody else is running away. They're afraid because Goliath was so big. Goliath was a big giant. He was mean. He wanted to fight King Saul's army. Remember, King Saul is still the king at this time. David took care of sheep. He loved God. David's brothers were in the king's army. One day, David took food to his brothers. He heard about the giant. David said, "The giant does not scare me. Let me fight the giant." David said to the king, "God will help me." "The giant is big," King Saul said. "You are too young." "Please let me fight him," said David. So the king gave David armor to wear. So it was Saul's own armor here, his breastplate and his shield and sword and his helmet. David said, "I do not need armor." He was not used to wearing it. David picked up 5 smooth stones. He was getting ready to fight the giant. Isn't that kind of a crazy kind of ammunition, stones? David saw the giant. The giant saw David. "You are too small. I will beat you," said Goliath, and he's laughing because that's all David has is a slingshot and 5 smooth stones. "You will not beat me," said David. "God will help me." David took a stone. He threw it at Goliath. The stone hit Goliath in the head, the only place on him where the armor wasn't protecting him. Goliath fell down. David won. The men in Goliath's army were scared. They ran away. They thought if he could kill the giant, they didn't want to be around David. They didn't know what might happen to them. The men in King Saul's army were happy. David was a hero. "God is great," yelled David. "He helped me." Because we know it was God who guided that stone right to Goliath's forehead where it killed him. So on your workbook page, our words to choose from here are Goliath, God, David, stones, 1. So the first sentence, the shepherd boy who had courage to fight the giant was, what was his name? Yes, we have one in our class, don't we? David. Then David picked up 5 stones for his sling. And he only had to use how many of them? Only 1. God was guiding that stone. David killed the giant. What was his name? Goliath. And last sentence, David was not afraid because who was with him? That's right. God was with him. And on the other side, you have a fun little code to fill out. And it's a verse found in Isaiah 41. So A's, if it's this little girl here with the pigtails. E, if it's the red-headed boy. I, if it's the girl with dark hair. O, if it's the boy with dark hair. And U, if it's this girl with the braids. Right? So, for example, here's this little boy here. So you fill in an O, and the words will be, "Don't be afraid, only believe. Fear not, because I am with you. I am your God." And to answer the question here, who alone can take away your fears? That's right, God. So you go ahead and fill this out on your own and using the correct vowels to finish the verse. And just remember, God will always be with you too, and you can do anything with his help.